I think many Americans and, many scholars may think that and have this image that China invading Taiwan will be some large-scale D-Day style invasion. I mean, that's certainly possible, but I would say, it's probably wouldn't be the first move. The more likely scenario would probably be below the threshold of full war. For example, blockades, quarantines, cyber attacks, even, cutting and severing undersea communication cables, lawfare, drone harassment, all of these sorts of things that just really slowly undermine Taiwan and her allies. And so I believe that China will probably try to create a scenario with Taiwan where they're slowly strangled, and the United States is then forced to decide whether or not she will need to escalate. And that's why deterrence, when we think about that from the American perspective, I believe should be a lot broader than just aircraft carriers and missiles. But really, it's really going beyond that to, a whole of government approach around resilient communications, cyber defense, cable protection, stockpiles, all of that. Because, it's not just about how we can win, the first battle. We certainly can, and we definitely would. But it's really about how can we sustain a defense long enough that China cannot achieve their objectives there, and more importantly, won't even attempt to try it.
Talking about these gray zone tactics, where have we seen those both already applied in the United States? We only have, God knows how many military age Chinese males in this country. We can't even keep count. Thank you, Joe Biden. But also the vulnerabilities that we have that could, expose us to even more.
Well, I think, as you mentioned, under the previous administration, we've had thousands of Chinese military-age males enter the United States, and we have no idea who they are or what they're doing here. And, this isn't about ethnicity. I mean, it's really about the CCP's threat and use of their access, influence, and all of these, unrestricted warfare efforts to undermine the United States. And the CCP has had an absolutely long history of using students, researchers, business networks, and all of those different tools of unrestricted warfare to actually put pressure on these overseas Chinese communities and their operatives to advance the causes of the Chinese Communist Party in the U.S. And so, gray zone warfare means that the battlefield is not necessarily kinetic. It goes beyond that. And it can be right here at home in our ports, in our universities. And, whenever you see some of these, factories explode or fuel port disruptions, it really begs the question, are these really accidents, or is there perhaps something more sinister and sabotage going on there?